Konnichiwa, Ian des. Let's learn some English. Now today, we're looking at Christmas. Woo! So it's nearly Christmas in a few days' time. So do you know what Christmas is? We're going to go through what it's all about. You might find it's a little bit different to what Japan does, but that's okay. So let's find out what Christmas is all about. So what is it? Well, it all started as a Christian holiday to celebrate the birth of Jesus. So really it's Jesus' birthday. Obviously, Jesus Christ got Christian Christmas. It's sort of, you can see where it's come from, the name. But yeah, really it's a religious celebration about Jesus. And it's the 25th of December every year. And they kind of say that's his birthday when he was born. So it's a very important date in the Christian calendar. But it's a bit more than that now. It's not just church stuff, religious stuff. There's a whole lot of extra things. So what happens? Well, we get Christmas presents. That's fun. There's Santa Claus. He's interesting. Christmas trees, they look nice. Lots of food, especially turkeys. Very good, I like that. But really, it's quite commercial now. It's not purely religious. There's a lot of all these things here are they're not really about Jesus, but they're still part of Christmas. So let's look at where this all came from. So the first thing is presents. So on the 25th we all open our presents. Well, actually some places open them on Christmas Eve. Sort of depends how you want to do it, but normally 25th, Christmas Day, all the children wake up early and excited. They run downstairs to see what their presents are and they open everything up and it's great fun. But in the story of Jesus, to when he was born, three, they just call them wise men, and they travelled through the desert and they came to visit him. I can't remember why they knew. For some reason they knew to come. And they brought gifts: gold, frankincense, myrrh, which at the time were quite rare and special, so these wise men came and brought gifts. So that could be why we do it today. It's a bit unclear. We also have Saint Nicholas, which is where Santa comes from. So there's the wise men, and they're bringing baby Jesus his gifts. But Saint Nicholas was some kind of religious guy. I think the next slide goes into more detail, but he was a famous saint, and he was famous for helping children and giving them gifts. You can see here by the picture he looks a little bit like Santa Claus. So we could give presents today because of him, but maybe he was given presents back then because of these guys. So it's kind of, I'm not too sure. It's probably somewhere in there that we give presents. And then Santa's interesting because it seems to be across Europe, everywhere had a slightly different little story, quite often relating to Saint Nicholas. Sometimes he's called Saint Nick, Father Christmas, Santa, kind of all mixed into sort of one story, where we have this guy going around giving children presents, which is definitely what he did, and well, I guess they did too. And over the years it's kind of turned into the modern Santa. It was really maybe 100 years ago in America, kind of came up with, the red suit, the big beard, kind of what you imagine today, kind of came from then. But you can see here, he's got a red hat on, he's got a beard. You can see where it came from. There's also a story about Coca-Cola that they made Santa red, apparently before he wore green. It's a bit of an urban legend. You can see he's wearing red, and is that green? I don't know. But he's wearing red here, so maybe Coca-Cola. We don't know. But we have Santa, we have presents, and as a child, it's very exciting. And we have the Christmas tree, which again is a bit unclear why we have that, why we do that. It seemed to start in Central Europe, kind of Germany, and people brought a tree inside, and they decorated it around this time of year. It kind of looked, but throughout history, people have kind of done similar, where they bring a tree in. I think even the Egyptians were bringing it in, and because it kind of represents, nature and celebrating it and its beauty and life. So it's nice to have that in your house. But kind of linking it to Christmas and that Christian celebration seems to be kind of Germany. You'll notice on top there's a angel or a star, which if we go back to these three wise men, they followed a star to find Jesus. There was some big star, and underneath he was there. So that's how they found him. And there's also angels visited Mary and told her about Jesus coming and stuff. So angels and stars are kind of tie into the story. So they put one on the top. It looks good. And also the other lights and decorations, again, looks nice. Oh, there we go. So there's the three wise men going across the desert. You got the star, baby Jesus, he's down there. And that's how they found him. And here's a Christmas tree here with the presents. You put the presents underneath. Don't know why, I guess it just looks nice. Got the lights, got the decorations. Not a star, not an angel. That is just I think it's just a bow. But either way, very nice. So that's a Christmas tree. Oh, my favourite, the turkey. So I guess this is, because it's kind of a celebration, everyone just has a nice meal. And kind of over the centuries it's kind of turned into what it is today. But yeah, it just seems to be, hey, let's have a large meal. We need a large bit of meat. Turkey, it's going to feed a lot of people. If you have a chicken, you can feed 5 or 6, but if you've got a big family, you need a big bird. And before, we used to eat geese. So you'd have a goose, and then Henry VIII, he decided to change things. He said, I don't want goose this year, please. Get rid of it. Bring me a turkey. And then obviously, because he's the king, everyone was like, oh, the king has a turkey. Well, I want a turkey, because I'm also like the king. And it just kind of, not everyone has turkey. But really, it's just a big bit of meat for everyone to eat during a nice family time together. And that seems to have just how we got to where we are today. Like a lot of things, it kind of just sort of, over hundreds of years, it's kind of slowly turned into what it is, which is kind of interesting. Right, now obviously you have KFC, we have turkey, you have the Colonel. It's a bit confusing where this came from, but I think it's a marketing thing. So I think you guys have seen us eating the turkey, and from this picture you might not realise it's really big. You might just think, oh, that's a chicken. And I think KFC in Japan has went, yeah, they're eating chicken. Do you want some? And you guys seem to go for KFC, and that's awesome. Enjoy it. We have a roasted turkey, but if you want to have fried chicken, enjoy it. And obviously the Colonel here is dressed up as Santa, so that's fun. So yeah, enjoy your chicken. So that's a quick look at what Christmas is. So what's Christmas in Japan? Obviously you've got your KFC, and I think it's Christmas Eve. A lot of romantic couples go out to have a nice date. Do you get presents? Do you get off work? Do you have KFC? Tell me what Christmas is like for you. And did you know about any of the stuff I told you about Jesus and the wise men, Christmas trees? It's very interesting how it's, go back 1,000 years and it's slowly changed. And then obviously very interesting how different it is in Japan. It's pretty cool. So anyway, enjoy your Christmas. Website is there if you want more vocabulary, worksheets, all that stuff. It's all there. Sign up. Arigato. Matane. Merry Christmas.